Hi y'all, Choice here. Thank you so very much for joining me again for another session of Choice Spirit. Hey, I want to take a moment and talk about the power of emotion. Of emotion. You know, we think about emotion when we get pissed off, when we are triggered, you know. Oh, she's so emotional, or he's so, over the top, Doesn't take much to get him angry or whatever, or her angry. This is when we think about emotions, but emotions are actually our monitor, a compass, if you will. They kind of like let you know where you are vibrationally. It doesn't just let you know what you're doing emotionally. It lets you know where you are vibrationally as far as your frequency. Whether or not you are vibing high, remember, grateful, appreciation, joyful, blissful, fun, excitement of plenty of love, fun, high vibe, wellness, perfect health, high vibe. That same, the emotion also lets you know when you're feeling in a lower state. Jealousy, angry, envy, sickly, uh, unworthiness, guilt, shame, and on and on and on, okay? It lets you know where you are and anything in between. When you know just how to regulate your emotions, how to gain some form of control over your emotions, how to direct and use your emotions for your greater purpose, When you learn to do this, you basically take control of your life. And you're not swayed wherever the wind goes. You're not going with it. Once you know the power of your emotion and how to regulate it and how to master. Other people know this. They use it all the time. They use it in commercial, they use it in media, they use it in the movies, they use it on the news. They know that they need to gain control over your emotions because that's how they create a reality. But let's just take it back. Let's just get this straight. The spiritual side is we're very much a part of this. We are participating in this whole game. So we're not victims. We are not victims. And there's absolutely nothing, there isn't anything to fear. I'm just telling you the game. You can't play this game that you created, that you believe someone else is controlling, if you are not knowing who you are, if you are not standing in your greatness, if you believe that you're less than anything else, if you believe who you think you are, in this game, I'd say sacred game of life, with many players. But back on topic. People know how to push your buttons. They know how to play you, pull your strings, yank you this way, that way. Just play with your emotions. This is psychological warfare in a spiritual game. Or should I say a psychological game in a spiritual arena. Your emotions are part of the essentials in creating your reality, right? What you think, what you feel, then becomes an emotion. The energy that you put into that emotion is what propels it, is what makes it go forward. Now, if you're feeling in a high vibing state, whatever you inject is all well and good. It's going to create and call forth some very beautiful experiences. And if you're clear on what you're choosing to experience, you got your heart, mind intact, you're guided by your inner knowing, then you're going to manifest, call forth beautiful things when you are in touch with you, your true self. But when you are in the hands of the puppet master, so we created, they can put on anything to get you emotional, but not emotional in a place where you are now playing your own game. They get you emotional to where you're trying to pull yourself up out of a pit of some sort. They show you images that triggers emotions of fear, of sadness, of unworthiness, of all natures of things that are very low vibrational. And when they get you there, the game is not, is off. You can't, you lose yourself in the game. You lose yourself in the game. When you master your emotions, there is no game. When you master your emotions, there is no game. That they can put out, that they can win with, that they can control you on the board. There's not a game where they have control of you on the board, or on the court, or on the field, because you have mastered your emotions. So what happens is, emotions, I'm going to do another video. The last video I did with this was cut off, somehow cut short, and so I did not get a chance to continue. But because I tried to recap on some of the things I spoke about on the other video, please check that out, the other video. I'll put it in so that you can just click it on. But it'll basically be a recap of this. But I'm going to do another video that takes you further in. But I'm going to do another video to really break this thing down, and how we create, manifest, or loop ourselves, entangle ourselves in a narrative that we did not really. We chose spiritually for the experience, but we did not choose for the physical experience. Your emotions let you know where you are and how you're feeling. It's your thought with your feelings that then moves things. makes things happen. And so when people can put up images and things that cause you to sink in a low vibrational place, it causes you, when you're not in control of your emotions, it takes you on a ride. You hand over your power. So the next time you see something that they show, or as images, or they put on the news, or someone is saying or tweeting or whatever, or writing about, practice. If you are subjected to this and you cannot avoid it, practice how to see it for what it is. It's a game. It's a game. Keep telling yourself, this is a game. And this too shall pass. And you know what? I'm going to turn my head. I'm going to turn my head. And no matter how close or entangled you seem, because it's a collective consciousness, and like I said, if you're in an environment where the energy is kind of dense, it's not long before you end up becoming one in that density, in that frequency. You become one. It's like that metrodome? Is it metrodome? Metronome that goes tick, 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 tick. That's an inanimate object. But you put that on a table with others that are ticking, or all different, ticking at different times. That inanimate object will eventually, all will begin to tick on the same rhythm, the same beat. This is what happens when we are in a collective consciousness that are vibing at a certain vibratory frequency. We all, in that same rhythm. And in order to bring ourselves out of it, we have to become more independent about what we are thinking and what we are feeling. We have to shift our beliefs about what we are seeing. We have to change our perception about what we believe we are sensing. We have to give it another name, another title, another meaning, in order to move up out of that collective thing that they got going on. Now, it takes time, and it takes focus. It takes courage. It takes courage and determination, strong will. The heart, mind, the heart-mind connection. Because your heart is what shares the information with your mind to let you know what to do and how to be. It's your heart that sends the information to your brain to work things out. So if you're feeling a certain way, when you observe something, hear something, you feel something, remember, it's a vibratory frequency that has not yet formed a shape, an image, until you give it meaning. Until you give it meaning. Until you label it. You give it a name. And you attach an emotion to the name, to that sensation. And your emotion, then, depending on how powerful it is, or how high it is, or wherever it is, it will form quickly, because the power of that frequency would be so intense. The power of the vibration and the frequency would be so intense that it will move things to happen. It will make things happen. Anyway, I'll revisit this choice here. Like I said, I'm going to make another video because I didn't get a chance to get to where I wanted to go with this. And the last video I made kind of like cut off short. So check out both so that, you know, if you will, tap the bell, subscribe, please share, help me to build this channel. Thank you so much for joining me again for another session of Choice Spirit. Namaste. Thank you.